Hello, first graders, and welcome to another virtual lesson. Today we will be talking about the long and short sound of vowels. Um, Remember that vowels are letters and that there are only 5 of them. So let's take a look at 5 vowels. So our first vowel that we're going to do is the vowel A, capital letter, and lowercase letter. There you go. The second is E, uppercase and lowercase. The next one is I, uppercase and lowercase. Now we have O, uppercase and lowercase. And last but not least, U, upper and lowercase. Remember that it doesn't matter how big the letter is for it to be upper or lowercase. I can write, for example, the letter A like this, and it still be lowercase. Or I can write the letter A like this, and it is still uppercase. It's the way we write it, the trace. So let's erase this for a bit. And let's talk about the long and short sounds of these vowels. So we have our 5 vowels over here, and let's go with A first. The long sound for vowel A is just like its name, A. And the short sound is A. For E, just like A, for E, the long sound is E. And the short sound is E. For I, the long sound is I. And the short sound it's E. For O, the long sound it's just like the other letters, O. And the short sound it's O. And for U, here we have it, upper and lowercase. The long sound is U, and the short sound is So we have them over here. Now let's see in which cases these letters make the long sound or the short sound. They are vowels, but they are letters as well. So let's go and erase this for a bit. We're gonna erase it. And let's see. So let's begin with letter A. Here we have it, vowel A, upper and lowercase. And let's see some words that I know that you already know how to read. So let's begin with cat. C-A-T. Cat. Here we have the word cat. So let's see. In this case, our beautiful vowel A makes its short sound. It makes the sound A. Now, let's take a look at another word. So let's write a nonsense word. L A K. There we go. So L-A-K. If we read it out, if we blend the sounds, we're going to get the sound lack. But what happens if I add E at the end? When I add E at the end of these types of words, my vowel, it's going to change. And it's going to make its long sound. As we talked before, the long sound for letter A is A. And this E at the end, it's called magic silent E. And it's called silent because although it's there, it does not make any sounds. So what we're gonna do now is read this word with our magic silent E at the end. It doesn't make a sound, but when it's at the end, it changes the sound of this vowel. So this word, we would read it lake, okay? L, U, A, K, K. And the E is silent. And it changes this A into its long sound. So here we have lake. Okay. Let's see with other vowels if the same happens or if something different is going to happen. So let's erase the A, say bye-bye, and let's welcome our new vowel, and it's E. Capital E, lowercase e. In most of these words, we're going to be using the lowercase e. So let's read this word, okay? P, E, T, okay? So let's sound it out. P, et, pet. Fantastic. Now, what happens if I suddenly add the magic silent E at the end? How am I going to read this word now? Just like the example before, the E at the end does not make a sound, but it changes the sound of this vowel here. And it changes it for its long sound. So now we're going to read this word. Remember the name of the letter? It's the same as the long sound. So the long sound for letter E, it's E. So P, eat. The E at the end does not make a sound, so we don't sound it out. So let's read it. Pete. You see? Again, the same thing. The magic silent E changes this vowel sound. It's not longer its short sound, but it's long sound. Pete. Let's see if what do you think? It's the same if it's gonna happen with the rest of our vowels with the silent magic E, or is it going to be different? Let's check. And the next vowel in order, it's I. Okay, so we have here upper and lowercase. Remember, we'll be using lowercase. So let's see. Let's use one of our digraphs. S, H, I, N. So let's read this word. We know already that these two letters together make just one sound. So that's sh. Here we don't have silent E at the end. So right now the sound that this makes is E. And at the end we have an N. So if we blend it, it's shin. But if we add our magic silent E at the end, although it does not make any sound, when it is at the end, it changes the sound of this vowel. And instead of the short sound, which is E, it is going to make its long sound, I, which is the name of the vowel. So now we're going to read it this way. Sh, I, shine. No sound for the E. However, it has a very important job, which is to change the sound of our vowel. So now we have long vowel I here. So it's shine. Now let's see what happens with our next vowel, which is O. So here, let's write our vowel O. 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 O, upper and lower case. This one is really easy because it's the same in upper and lower case. The tracing is the same. So let's write a word. R. O. P. Right now, this vowel, it's making a short sound. We don't have the magic silent E at the end, so it's up, rop, rop. But everything changes when I add at the end the magic silent E. And as you see over here, although it does not make any sound, what happens? Think, say it out loud. It is going to what? Good, it is going to change. Its job is to change the sound of this letter. It goes from a short sound to a long sound. So now let's read it. The long sound, remember, for vowel O, it's O, just like its name. So O, P. So it's rope. And see, we have again the long vowel sound over here, thanks to our magical silent E. And our last vowel is the wonderful U. U. That's an easy one to write. U. Okay. So here, let's write a word. C. U. Lowercase, because we're using lowercase. We don't use uppercase in the middle of words. I'm sorry, I'm going to erase this because, okay. So let's read our word. Our word right now is C-U-T. Short sound because we don't have anything at the end that it's telling us it needs to change. So here we have, if we blend it, we have cut. Excellent. So what is going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen? The same thing is going to happen that with, as with the other vowels? I think so. So we add at the end our silent magic E that although it does not make any sound, it does not make any sound. It helps us change this beautiful vowel to its long sound. And the long sound, remember, it's U. So let's read it out. Cute, cute. So the same thing happens for all of the vowels. The magic silent E changes the short sound to a long sound. And then we can read and write many other words. Now, let's practice with some other words. Let's see. Let's erase all of this. And I want you to read these words that I'm going to write for you here. Okay, so I'm going to write them in red. So here we have one word, P-I-K-E. So read it out loud, check if there is a silent E at the end, and read it. Okay. Now let's, the next one, G-A-P. And at the end, we have our magic silent E. So let's read it with its long sound. And remember that magic E does not make any sound. So go ahead and read it. Awesome. Now let's see. Let's read this one. Okay, so let's check if it has a silent E at the end, then what happens? And go ahead and read it. Awesome. Okay, and let's write another one. Okay, so let's check if it has silent magic E at the end, and if it changes the vowel of the sound for its the sound of this vowel for its long sound, and let's read it. Good job, you guys. So as you see over here, we have many words with magic silent E. And let's do something. What would happen if I erase, for example, the E from here, the E from here, the E from here, and the E from here? Now let's read these words. Next. Good. Next. Next. So see, the magic silent E has a very important job, and it's to tell us what is the sound of some vowels in the words. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I love you, Miss Vani, and I love you a lot, as well as Miss Clary and Miss Sandra, Miss Bird. So we love you, and we hope to see you soon again. Bye bye, guys.